Hello everyone, welcome back to my fragrance channel Elixis. Sorry I've been gone for as long as I have. I finally got over that sickness and I started a new job, so my life outside of YouTube has been fairly busy. But now that I've started to get back into the swing of things, hopefully I can make some more videos for you guys. This video is on a very expensive fragrance, but a very high quality fragrance known as Parfums de Marly Galloway. Tune into the rest of the video for me to give it a rating. Let's get started. So first we're going to pop the very shiny cap off and we're going to spray this directly onto our arm to get a visual representation of what this fragrance smells like. By the way, I really like how the bottle looks. It's a very clean and simplistic design and it works really well. Now, this fragrance may be slightly polarizing, but it is a beautiful fragrance. I personally love this and it's one of my favorites in my collection. Let's get further into detail with this fragrance. So with this fragrance releasing back in 2014, it was not as much of a big hit as the rest of Parfums de Marly's fragrances. However, in my opinion, this one flew under the radar and it's a very underrated fragrance for someone looking for something just super clean and fresh and just something that's very classy, something that you can wear for something casual, for the office. It's friendly on almost every occasion. It's not going to be offensive to anyone. It's super safe. The only reason why I said this is a slightly polarizing fragrance is because many people are going to get turned off by it being a unisex fragrance towards women and men. Really, this leans very much more masculine than it does feminine in my opinion. This fragrance has a beautiful, beautiful iris note in it. It's not that very lipsticky like iris. It's very just clean and slightly earthy of an iris. In my opinion, I personally love iris in fragrances. It's a very classy note to add to anything if you want something to wear slightly formal, but mostly casual and just rock any season, honestly. Now, this fragrance, though, is more of a spring and summer type fragrance. You can wear this in the fall, but you really won't pick this up that much in the wintertime if you try to wear it in the winter. So it's more or less a 2 to 3 season fragrance, with it being mostly spring and summer. I pick up on some slight citruses, but in the main thing that I get in the top is a very peppery note at the top that combines into this like slight orange blossom, very much iris, and a very nice musk base with a slight little bit of amber, but it's not a very sweet amber. I like how this thing dries down. It's one of my favorites in the collection when it comes to dry down. This is a niche fragrance though, so although you're getting the very high niche quality, you are paying the very high niche price for it, which is why especially this fragrance, out of all the other ones I've done a video on, I strongly recommend and encourage you to buy this on a discounter store. You will save a lot of money doing that. Not that it's not worth the high price, but not a lot of people are going to have that much money to afford on just one bottle of a fragrance. So either test it or buy it on a discounter to save yourself some money. It's so sophisticated, it's very elegant, it's subtle, but it's a very nice, clean, classy scent. I've gotten compliments with this. You will pull compliments with this if you have this in your collection, or if you're just starting out and you want something that's like your spring and summer, but you don't want something that's like run-of-the-mill, super fresh. You want something that's slightly different, go for this, like 100%. If you've got the money for it, I encourage you to get this. The whole point of this fragrance is you want something that is clean, different from the rest of the freshy fragrances. And if you love iris, you're going to love this. If you love pepper, you're going to love this. This is very subtle, very nice, and like easy to wear. It's something that like when people walk by you, they're not going to be like choked out by it. They're going to like what you smell like. Alright, so with everything that we've went over with this fragrance so far, let's talk about the performance. This, on me, personally, is a slightly beast mode fragrance. It's kind of above average on my skin, to be honest. I get about 7 to 9 hours with this fragrance on my skin, which to me, that's pretty good. With the situations you're going to be using this in, that's plenty enough. And when I mean projection, I mean as in like how you can smell it and also how long it'll stay on you. I'm not talking about the scent trail or sillage or anything like that. I'm just talking about, in my personal experience, how much I've gotten it to just stick on me and stay there as much as I can smell it. I will list the notes from Fragrantica here in the middle, and this is a very simple note breakdown, so it'll be a lot easier to read than some of the fragrances we've went over so far. And in terms of price, Brace yourself. This is going to be the highest price fragrance that we've went over so far. You can find this on discounter stores. I'm only talking about discounter stores for around $125 to $200. And that is a lot. Now that's niche fragrance pricing. So for an average guy who doesn't want to spend that much on a fragrance, you might not look into this. But if you want to bite the bullet on this is a very good fragrance to do that on. When you see stores that are selling this fragrance for like $250 or $300, or like Parfums de Marly's own website themselves selling it for like $300, $325, do not buy it at that price. That is way too expensive. In terms of giving it a rating, this one is also extremely tough, just like some other fragrances we went over in the past. This one, to me, I want to give it a rating that deserves like its niche quality and how like beautiful of a fragrance it is, and I want to put my bias in it because of, you know, where it ranks in my collection. So with that being said, I am giving this one of the highest ratings, actually the highest rating we've given something so far, of an 87 out of 100. To me, it deserves that rating. And it might even get even better as I get older and I grow with this fragrance and it grows on me even more. This fragrance, to me, since I recently got it not too long ago, it might grow on me even more. But right now, personally, I love this fragrance. And I believe if you're willing to bite the bullet and spend the price on this fragrance, I think you will too. Well, that is going to wrap up this fragrance review of Parfums de Marly Galloway. A slightly longer video than our usual ones, but I figured I owe you guys something for being gone for so long. So if you liked the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you want. If not, there's no hard feelings. And until the next fragrance video, I will see you guys in the next one.